Hi there, Sagittarius couples. Welcome to my channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. I have your love dynamic all laid out for you for the month of July. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? This column is your energy, Sagittarius, and the far right column is your partner's energy. And what's in the center is the challenge between you. We have the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and end of the month. End of the month here. Okay? So that's just a breakdown of the layout. So let's get started. So I'm seeing in the past or in the early in the month, um, you two will have it good, like really good. You got the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. There's emotional openness, sincerity, maybe even feeling new love again. And both of you have felt like this was going somewhere real, emotionally and practically, like love and life were aligning. But the challenge here is that you got comfortable, maybe too comfortable. The Nine of Cups is saying things felt so good, you stopped feeling the connection or took it for granted. And that's where the cracks started, taking each other for granted, assuming the connection would just hold on without effort. There is real love here, but love without maintenance, that's where it slips. So try not to take your partner for granted early in the month. In the present or in the middle of the month, we have the Two of Coins, the Page of Wands, and the Lovers. So this tells me that you're frustrated, Sagittarius. You feel like you're not being prioritized by the partner, like they're unsure about what they want. It's hot and cold and inconsistent. One day you feel like you matter to them, and the next day you feel like you're guessing again. And here's the real challenge. The Page of Wands is asking for open communication and playfulness, but the energy is stiff. It's like you want to reconnect, but something keeps jamming the signal. Now let's talk about their energy, the Lovers. They still feel this bond, like big energy, possibly soulmate level, but they're tempted right now. How are they tempted? I ask, and psychically I feel like I'm seeing a person is facing a major internal challenge or choice between comfort and growth. So they're tempted to avoid change, to stay where they feel safe, even if that's emotionally distant for you, Sagittarius. So they're not tempted by another partner. They're tempted by a choice to stay complacent where they are at or to strive for more. There may be some outside distractions, yes, but the real temptation is they they they're asking themselves if they fully choose this connection again or if they want to keep one foot out the door and not so they won't get hurt. So now you know a little bit more about what your partner is feeling, and there needs to be more open communication. So while you're trying to reconnect, they're still deciding whether they're even brave enough to choose you fully again. Something to be aware of, Sag. In the final row, around the end of the month, we have the Five of Coins, the Page of Swords, Five of Coins, Page of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Five of Wands. So this is where things get real. This is what's coming up ahead if nothing shifts in the dynamic. You're both circling the truth, but not speaking it. Page of Swords says you're watching, analyzing, maybe even spying, but not saying what needs to be said. Remember what I said here? There needs to be more open communication and dialogue. So if this continues, this watching but not saying, someone will pull away emotionally, leaving you, Sagittarius, feeling like you don't know where you stand, shut out and in the cold. And it will leave them feeling guilty and bad about how things went down. They'll regret it. But guess what? They still won't take any action. They won't make any apology. There's no reaching out and no real accountability from this energy. They just sit in their sadness while you're the one holding all the pain. And the outcome is the Five of Wands. Fights, misunderstanding, power struggles, constant tension that wears the connection down. If nothing changes, this ends in frustration and resentment by the end of the month. Not necessarily a breakup, but the kind of energy that makes you wonder if it's even worth holding on. Going down your column reads that you come into the month as the Ace of Cups, and then you start feeling unstable around the middle of the month. And if things don't change, you're the one who ends up feeling emotionally shut out. But I feel like you're still invested, but you feel the distance between you and your partner, and it hurts. Your partner's energy is the Ace of Coins, the Lovers, and the Five of Cups. So they saw the truth with you. They still feel the connection deeply, but they're stuck in regret and they don't know how to turn it around, or they aren't ready to admit where they've failed you. So they still care about you deeply, but they don't take steps that heal, and that's the problem. So I feel like this relationship ends in the month of July in tension if no one breaks the silence. The problem isn't love, it's lack of honest, vulnerable communication. And you're not crazy, Sagittarius, for asking, and you're not asking for too much. You're not crazy and you're not asking for too much. But if you keep waiting for your partner to speak first or fix it, you're going to stay stuck in this push and pull energy dynamic that leads to more pain. So this month is your test of truth. If you speak first, not from blame, but from clarity, then this dynamic could shift into the positive. But if both of you keep circling the problem, then the outcome is exactly what the spread shows: frustration and distance, and an unresolved mess that breaks something sacred. So if you found this reading helpful and insightful, please hit the thumbs up. Please share this video with your friends and soul social media family. And please make sure to subscribe to the channel. The channel is brand new and it needs your support. And I appreciate all those who have subscribed and will subscribe. Thank you in advance. If you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. All right, thanks for tuning in, Sagittarius. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.